What's up, my people? Corey Reese here, checking in live. It's about 3:17 on Friday. Hope everybody is doing well. I'm not sure where everybody is chiming in from, but I'm here in Atlanta, Georgia. And if you're new to this particular page, my name is Corey Reese, professional photographer, cinematographer. I've been actually running my business for over a decade at this point, and definitely have, created. What's up, Candace? Yep. Created really a strong desire to kind of win in my photography business and obviously help other photographers and really business owners as a whole kind of win, especially with the digital age that we're actually living in right now. So I kind of wanted to start off congratulating my students that kind of joined the training. We have Vivian, Steven, Josh, Sean, Jamie, William, Lewis, Rachel, Douglas. All those people actually joined the training to actually grow your business. Congratulations to you guys. Definitely excited to be able to kind of work with you and grab your hand and to help you grow. All right, so for today, I actually posed a question, guys. Okay, what question do you have about using online ads? And I had a couple questions that came in. One of which is, how do you target, or who are better to target, male or female, and who is more likely to respond to the ad? Hey, Valika. So that's a good question, guys. So really, you got to think about this, like in terms of what you actually offer. Depending on what you shoot as a photographer, it might not be a male or female thing. If you're shooting boudoir, of course, that's something that you might want to target to the women that might be interested in kind of doing that kind of photo shoot. Or if you were putting together a message to talk to the significant other of the woman, obviously you can kind of target the male, as this is more of a service, that's a treat to do for the wife. So that's kind of how you can kind of go about that in terms of male or female to target. But typically when I'm actually running my ad, because my actual business is based on branding and helping people that want to brand their business, that's not a male or a female situation. So I kind of leave it wide open in terms of that. Okay. So I had another question about online ads. How soon after you actually launch the ad should one expect the first inquiry? And the good thing about that is, guys, is that how we set it up, I had a photographer that generated 49 leads in 4 days, right? I had somebody else that followed that same process, and he was able to generate 17 leads in about a 3 or 4 day period. So it really just depends on how well you kind of do with your messaging, your targeting, and putting that together. So which we actually kind of show you how to get laser targeted on that. Okay, so I had another person that was asking, saying that he was a producer and owner of a production company in Charlotte. He recently got his LLC and wanted to get more clients and can't seem to figure out how. And he was asking for advice. So the thing is with this, guys, when I asked the photographer or the business owner, like, what did he actually shoot? What did he want to do more of? And this is not a knock against him, but he was saying he would do anything. He's shooting videos, he's doing family, he's doing production. And the problem with that, guys, is that if you are not really targeting in on a specialized area, not to say that once you specialize into something that you can't shoot other things, because the good thing is that once you start doing what you specialize in well, you will get people that reach out to you about other ventures. Like, for example, nothing on my site says anything about weddings, but because of the body of work that I've actually put together, I have a lot of people that reach out to me for weddings, engagement shoots, that type of thing. So once you have a credibility in your particular area, you'll get people outside of your niche that ask you about shooting that type of thing, and you can kind of pick and choose whether you want to kind of take on that type of work or not. But the danger of shooting being just the person that's looking to shoot any and everything is no really real way that you can kind of put together one marketing message to appeal to all of those different people. Because if you think about it, if you're wanting to shoot babies, right, and you shoot in events, you can't put both of those in the same marketing message, because the person who has that baby that needs baby photos, they're not going to resonate with the message that you're putting together for somebody that actually needs somebody for an event. So once you kind of target in on what area that you actually want to focus on, now that actually allows you to put together a more relevant message for the people that you're wanting to work with, the people that you know that you can actually help. Because that's really one of the main things that I see that people struggle with, is really putting together the right offer. And you can't put together the right offer to speak to that client if you do not have a specialized area of how you can actually help the person. So what I wanted to do, guys, is just kind of go over a couple things as it relates to putting together relevant offers for your clientele, and kind of what elements that you kind of need to have in place, and how to start to look at when you're thinking about your service as a photographer or a business owner. You have to start to approach it in a different way, because if you think about why is it that the people need what it is that I actually offer, so it's not just about, oh, they need photos. Really, what is the bottom line that they're coming to you for, right? So if you think about, just to kind of relate back to my specialized area in terms of when people that come to me for branding photos, they're using their image, their likeness to get business. So when I'm looking at that, when they come to me, because I know like the image that I put together for them is going to be in direct correlation to the business that they get, their bottom line, people reaching out to them being able to get booked for through agencies for print jobs, being able to attract more law firm clients because of their professional appearance, that type of thing. On the flip side of that, you also have to consider, which will give you leverage point, if the person that you're wanting to service, if they do not have great photos, if their representation of their images is not professional, how would people look at them, right, in their business? Will people look at them the same way? If it's a real estate agent and they're wanting to do luxury listings, will somebody that's selling $1 million house, will they hire somebody that their images look crappy? Probably not, right? Same thing with photos of the actual home. The better the photos look, the more interested buyers and people that you're going to have show up that's wanting to kind of take part in looking at what that particular home has to offer. So that's kind of how you got to look at it. We have a cool vantage point that we're playing from if you can kind of position your work in that way. Not about, hey, I'm the best photographer, I've shot this person, that type of thing, but how does your work help the person? And when you can let the people know how your work can help them, it's never going to be a question about you being able to kind of charge what you actually want to charge for your services. Because I get that all the time. I get a lot of people that reach out to me, and now I'm looking to find out why is this important to you? What is this going to be used for? And once I gather all the details that I need, now I know how my services can actually help them reach their goal. And then when I'm talking to them in that way, they have almost like, man, a sense of peace, because they understand that it's not just about me making money, but I really have a heart to help the actual people. Okay? So those are some of the elements that you need to think about when you're putting together your offer. How does me creating this work for this client help them reach their actual goal? And now you can kind of position your work in that way. No longer are you going to go out here and you're going to post this $25 session or $35 special, that type of thing, because all the people that's going to respond to that are the people that's looking for the cheapest thing out there, right? Unless you have a process where if somebody is paying you $35 and on the back end of that you have some other services that leads them to buy $500 or whatever the services are after that point, then that can be kind of what they call a lead magnet, something that kind of an entry level offer to get them in the door. But you have another service that they can kind of buy on the back end and kind of increase your profit margin. But if you think about it, if you don't have any kind of processes on the back end, and once the person comes in for a $50 session, you have nothing else to offer that person, how many people do you have to shoot for $50 to hit your income goal? I don't even want to count how many that would be, okay? So make sure that you're actually charging prices that allow you to hit your income goal, to service the person at a high level, but at the same time be able to not worry about having to shoot as many people to hit that goal. Because you definitely want to be able to have time to enjoy, to spend time with your family, friends, or whoever it may be, because you don't want to be a slave to your business. I've kind of fell into that trap too, right? When I didn't know any better about marketing, I was just kind of putting all this stuff out there. I was willing to do the specials, and I was just, anybody that would blink at my camera, I would be ready to offer it for whatever they wanted to pay. And that's not a way that you're going to be able to build a sustainable business. All right. So that's the first thing, guys, putting together a relevant offer. So now, once you actually have a relevant offer, you know exactly who you want to work with. Let's talk about being able to target those people, right? How do you find these people online? All right. So when you think about social media, guys, and I got some stuff coming in here. Sorry, guys. Yep. So when you think about social media, and pretty much a lot of the stuff that we do online is being tracked through clicks, Facebook, the pages that you go to, the stuff that you're interacting with. what they're doing is they putting all of those type of actions into a repository. The computer, the engine of Facebook, is basically kind of giving us an opportunity to go out and really target people based off of those interests, based off of things that they're doing online. And when you think about it for yourself, what are some of the things that you do every single day, right? What are the websites that you go to? What are the blogs that you read, right? What are the radio stations that you actually listen to? What magazines do you actually frequent? And when you think about all of those things for the people that you want to work with, what are some of those same interests for the people that are looking for your service? Once again, if you're shooting family and you wanted to work with couples that had a small child or getting ready to have their first child, what are some of the things that they're going to look at online? Are they looking at parenting blogs? Are they looking at toy companies? What are the toy manufacturers that they might be that they might like the page on Facebook? They might be researching. What are all of those type of things that you can actually put together in a list to be able to target those people by, right? And then once you have all of those different interests, now all we have to do is go into the back end of the actual platform, and we're able to set up our targeting by putting the interests in the actual back end of Facebook, and now we can put a relevant message to those people, right? So that's why it's important for you to kind of have a niche that you want to specialize in, is because now when you're able to do that, you have a relevant message. So if you know that you're targeting parents or people that's looking for babies, now you putting together a message about, those capturing those first moments and that type of thing. It makes it that much more easier for you to kind of communicate and to resonate with that person. If you're shooting any and everything and now you kind of trying to target people that have babies, but then, you talking about other stuff that's not associated with that person is going to quickly be turned off. So you definitely want to make sure that you do the time to research the different interests. What are some of the things I have jotted down? What do they hang out online? What pages do they like on Facebook? What influencers or celebrities do they follow? Okay, what publications and blogs do they read? What competitors are they actually buying from? That type of thing. Okay, so that's how you can kind of do that on the back end of Facebook. And then basically, once you have an offer, right? You knowing how to target those people. Now, what's the process to get these people to reach out to you? And that's a cool thing, because basically it's very simple, right? You find the interest, you target those people with your message, and then you give them a way to be able to reach out to you, meaning that you want them to fill out a quick information form in regards to their information so you can kind of follow up. And then once you get those people on the phone, now you already have their information. You know exactly what they're looking for. Now you know exactly what the conversation to have with these people when you get on the phone with them, which it makes it super easy when people are going through that process automatically. So now people are scheduling to talk to you about the service that you're actually advertising, and now you don't have to be at the computer going out passing out flyers all day. Your marketing is working for you, because in a digital space, that's the power that we live in, right? Being able to target and get in front of all these people with a click of a button, right? And it doesn't really take you having to spend thousands of dollars a day. Like I said, for me, when I first started advertising, I was only doing $5 or $10 a day. And then once I saw the funnel actually working, meaning that I was getting in front of people, I saw who was clicking on it. Out of the people that clicked, I saw a certain amount of those people were going to my website. Out of the people that went to my website, a certain amount of those people were filling out the form, and then out of the people that fill out the form, they were scheduling the time. Now, once you have all of those numbers, you can actually measure your business by numbers and statistics. So it becomes very good, because now you say, okay, I know if I spend $20 or $30, this how many people are going to see it, this how many people are going to book a call, right? So what happens when you spend $60, right? That number doubles, right? So when you're able to make decisions by statistics and not emotional, we're letting the data drive our decisions, not emotions, right? Now we kind of know what to do more of and what to do less of. If we put together a message and people are not responding to it, now we know automatically, okay, something is not right. So I kind of show you guys how to measure those different things and actually have a spreadsheet in the training to know what numbers and what things that we need to track, so we know what part of the process to fix to correct that. Okay, so those are the three things, guys. Being able to come up with a relevant offer, right? Target the people, and then having a clear way for those people to reach out to you. And then from there is just really rinse and repeat. I don't obviously have time, guys, to kind of go into every detail of the process, but If you are interested, I do have a masterclass, guys. Corey, if you go to CoreyReese.com/masterclass, where I talk about really the 5 steps to 6 figures per year and beyond. How to actually, what are the steps that you need to do to be able to create that consistency in your business, being able to have a process to be able to generate hundreds of leads, being able to choose the ones you want to work with, being able to really, by being able to choose the ones you want to work with, not having to shoot 30 sessions a month to be able to hit your income goal, being able to raise your prices because now we're marketing based on value, right? We're marketing based on what people are actually in the market for, not just trying to push any and everybody down our processes. They're not even looking for that type of photography that we offer. The key to marketing is finding the people, having a process to find the people that are looking for your service right now and they have the money to pay for it, and being able to convert those people into clients. Super simple, okay? So once again, guys, if you want to watch that training, if you go to that link, it should be one starting within the next 5 minutes, or you can kind of watch yesterday's replay to definitely kind of find out more about 5 steps to 6 figures per year and beyond in your photography business. And really, for my people that have other businesses, like what I teach really applies to any business, because like I said, it really comes down to 3 things. Having an offer people are willing to pay for, a process to find the people that need that offer now, and then obviously a system to be able to convert those people into customers if they have the money to pay for it, okay? So go ahead and watch that, guys, CoreyReese.com/masterclass. And I'm actually going to be hopping on here pretty often. Yep. It's CoreyReese.com/masterclass. So I'll have some time here now, guys, to take some questions if you haven't, just kind of based on what I talked about as it relates to putting together your offers, the targeting process, and then just really the system on the back end to be able to have them submit the information into you to schedule a call. Yep, no problem. So we have any questions, guys, before I kind of wrap it up? How much? Thomas, how much is what? While we're waiting on Thomas to clarify his question, we have any other questions, guys, in terms of what I cover here today, or just really your business in general? And then that brings me to, let me actually, appreciate it, Valika. I have this gentleman, let me see, where is it at? So this particular person had of course you guys know I run, okay, Thomas, got you. So I have this gentleman that reached out because of course I run ads for my photography business as well as for my training business. And I had a gentleman that reached out. He actually posted a comment on the actual ad, and this is what he had to say. He says, is there a catch in buying a course? Because every time I see one of these video ads about how to make money with your photography equipment, there's always a link to watch a seminar that ends with us asking to pay for a program costing $500 or more. Since I already spent money on a DSLR camera and gear, I'm looking to start making money, not spend more money. Okay, so that was an absolutely amazing question, and this was my reply to him, guys. And this is pretty much going to answer a lot of questions too. Okay, so I told him, great day, that's an awesome question. And what I'm telling him is most will require you to invest in yourself and your training. I told him he was typing this reply, right? Because you want to learn how to make money with your camera. Am I correct? Okay, you want people to pay for your service because you believe your work is worth it, right? Just like I believe what I'm offering is 100 times more than what I'm actually asking. So I want to make sure that people understand, right? The decision that you're making, guys, is not to buy a course from Corey Reese or any other guru for that matter, right? The decision that you're making, guys, is am I committed to living my purpose, right? Using my camera to get paid, right? Period. Okay? Most people, guys, most photographers definitely spent thousands of dollars on gear and they don't have the outcome, which is to have a successful business. Okay? So I myself, guys, found this out the hard way. Until I learned how to market my business, I was really stuck with really an expensive hobby. But once again, guys, you are not buying a course. You are really paying for information to grow your business, to be able to create money for yourself. Because I can promise you this, when you're actually investing in your training and when you learn how to market your business and you generating customers, let's just say you spend $50 on ads and somebody is paying $400, whatever your session prices are. Every time you invest $50, you're making a $400 profit from somebody booking your session. How many times, like I mentioned yesterday, right, would you spend $50 to make $400? Okay, so that's really the power of what we're actually teaching here. And the cool thing about this is, if you kind of look at my stories on my Instagram feed, one of my clients, and this is, I'm gonna let you go after this, guys. One of my clients, I was actually doing just content for her, right? Doing like photos, videos, that type of thing. She sells waist trainers. All right, she saw what I was doing from a marketing standpoint and wanted to market her business. So before I started working with her, she was not doing anything online to market. They had like physical stores in the malls, the little kiosks, that type of thing. So what I told them is that I will help them out. So what we did was, they did not have any kind of pixel on the white. A pixel, you kind of learn what that is. That's just really a way to track people that's going to your website. They didn't even have a pixel installed on their website. So they were literally making $0 online. I took them on as a client, guys, me and my ad team. And in December of 2018, right, to September of this year, we had already generated over $700,000 for that client, right? We started only spending $40 a day. Once we saw we were getting sales, we were able to scale that campaign by the time we were done to not over $900 a day, right? We were making them $100,000 a month using the same processes that I'm actually showing you guys. I invested $10,000 into my mentor to show me. He's a business coach. He's making $1 million a month, guys. So I don't take my training lightly. I invest in my training every single year because I know it's something that I need, something else that I need to learn that's going to help me get closer to my goal. I do a lot of personal development, guys, meaning that I'm always looking for information. I'm growing myself and kind of learning what do I need to do, studying the people who are doing exactly what I want to create for my life and my family. So it's important that you guys understand that, yes, you definitely want to make sure that you're just not out here throwing money to any and everybody, but you pick the right people to invest in that is going to also invest in you, to have really a heart to help you, right? And Valika, I appreciate you. You said you invested in the masterclass and best investment that you made for yourself and your business. I appreciate that. Yeah, Valika is one of my students there, and I love those guys, man. We keep in contact, and if anything that I can do to help them, I'm always there to actually help them. So that's the kind of relationship that I create with my photographers. And for my people who are local to Atlanta, they will tell you if they see my name come up on their call ID, it's because I'm referring them a job. I get so many people that reach out to me for work, and I don't always shoot everything that might be booked. Like, I just reached out to one of my photographers today for a client that was looking for a shoot tomorrow. I'm already booked, so I'm referring that work to him. So when you understand, guys, when you operate from, not from a scarcity mindset, not from, oh, it's competition mindset, but from an abundance mindset, nobody is ever going to take that away from you. Not one person, not one photographer can service everybody that has a need, right? And the thing is, guys, it's going to be people that's better than you and have better work. They might have better cameras, but none of that stuff matters, right? Because like I said, not one person can service everybody that has a need, and not every person is going to resonate with the people that need the service, right? So just focus on serving the people that you're meant to serve, and I guarantee you, when you pour your heart into serving the people that you're meant to serve, guys, you will never have to worry about anything financially, because you're pouring your heart into helping other people, and that's really the key to wealth. How many people you want to help is in direct correlation to how much you're going to be able to make for yourself and your family and your business. And when you put that first, I guarantee you, when you look at it in that way, it will be something amazing for you. Okay? But once again, guys, if you're ready to take your photography business to the next level, go ahead and check out that training, which is called 5 Steps to 6 Figures Per Year and Beyond. If you go to CoreyReese.com /masterclass. Like I said, it should be one starting within 5 minutes if you go onto the page, or you can actually click to watch the replay from yesterday. Okay? All right, guys. So if you have any other questions, feel free to DM me, and I will kind of see if I can't get those answered. And I'll see you next time. Like I said, I'm going to try to do these more often, guys, kind of giving you tips. All right, take care. Enjoy your weekend.